Okay. Good evening. Good evening. Hey. Just getting ready to get started. Just getting ready to get started. All right, let's change a few things around. Let's move that right there. That works. And this works over here. Let's see who's here tonight. Let's see who's here. Eli's here. Naeem. Cowboy 456. Jeanette. Well, good evening, Miss Jeanette. Silas. J. Bell. Golly. What's happening? What's happening? Wilson. Big Spend 44. What's happening? Dennis. Lindarella. Good evening again. Lindarella. Make a dress for Lindarella. John. Scuba. J. Moore. Good evening then, Mr. J. Moore. How are you doing today? Siyoung Pak. How are you today? Am Casey. What's up? What's up? KG's in the house. Buy and hold stocks just showing up. Cool beans. All right, let's get ready to roll. Now, for those who do not know, it is Sunday, March 2nd. We are in the third month of the first quarter. So the first week, what was that? Week number 9, week number 10? Let's count it out just for the fun of it. Come on. Alrighty, let's do this instead. I'm going to do this, go over here, and go all the way back to January. Okay, so January, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 weeks in January. 5 weeks in January. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Week number 9. And we officially 10. Week number 10. We are officially, there you go, right there. Week number 10 for the year. Week number 10 for the year. Week number 10 for the first quarter. Same thing. Anyway, that being said, well, good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow, looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Now, to do that, I've come up with a trading strategy I created for my 9-year-old daughter. We'll get into that a little bit more later on. But just to let you know, there are a bunch of scammers out there pretending to be me. I always tell people, if you really want to chat with me, okay, number one, I don't do Telegram. I don't do WhatsApp. I don't do cryptocurrency. I don't do Forex. I don't do quick contracts. Was that fast contracts? What, I forget what those are. This is the only thing I do. This is it. Okay, now don't get me wrong. I love the idea of cryptocurrency, but not yet. Okay, not enough regulations. Yeah, imagine that. Looking for regulations. No, I just want to be able to be safe when I invest my money into cryptocurrency, and I want to be able to get a consistent, guaranteed cash flow without having to sit in front of the damn computer. That's just me. Anyway. Let's see what we have coming up this week. Now, for those of you who don't know, you rattle off some stocks. I take a look at them, give you my opinion. Now, just to let you know, I'm looking for a 1% per week. Now, I show you some of the trades that I do. I actually walk you through them. I don't hide anything. So if you have a question, I'll answer it. Okay, you want to know how to do something? I will show you. Now, I don't give advice. I don't give tips. I just look at what it is you asked me to take a look at. So, what do we have over here? Buy and hold, how you doing? Javier, how are you? Chancellor Thornton, how are you today? Antoine, are put spreads strategies easy and positive to execute? Now, Antoine, I have done those before in the past. I don't do them anymore. I've changed my trading to do a simple 5 or 10 minute strategy. That's it. I just get in. I don't even watch things. I get in, I buy what I'm looking for, and then I just move along. Okay, so it is a strategy. I don't teach it here, though. Hey, Jack, what's happening? What am I doing? Well, I'm showing you how I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow, looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. That's over 50% per year, using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks, and those are companies that have increased their dividends payments to the shareholders for more than 5 decades or 20 decades. No, 2 decades. It's 2 to 5 decades. I'm just looking for a safe way to invest. That's it. All right. Hopefully that answered your question. Howdy. Can we look at EPD this evening? Jay Moore, we've looked at EPD many a times, and it's always been a no, but we'll take a look at it again and give you that no one more time. EPD. Okay. EPD. Well, let's take a quick gander at it. Okay, Jay Moore, just sit tight. Here we are, EPD. Here's the high, here's the low. That's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at the movement. Sideways, up, down, sideways again. Now we're at 33.50. The 33.50 is going for right around 1%. Okay. Depends on what she's going to open up in the morning. Look at the spread we have. Now, the spread, we can usually use those numbers, but in this instance, we really can't. 32 by 20. 34.62. So 32 by 34. It's usually a 1 penny to 2 penny spread between the bid and the ask. Usually. That's what the market maker gets. But those sly little devils, they like to change these numbers on Friday afternoon, so it messes all us up for the weekend. Now, first thing Monday morning, all these numbers are going to change. Every single number you hit is going to change, and it's going to change and change and change as long as the market's open. The numbers keep changing. That's what they do. All right, so what we're going to use sometimes is the closing price for Friday, because they don't change. 33.41. So usually it's going to open up somewhere in that area. Okay, we don't know. We're not going to know until 9:30 tomorrow morning. All right, but the math and the equation stays the exact same, because the bid is what I can sell it for, the ask, what I can buy it for. So tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m., this number is going to change, and that's going to be the price I'm going to pay. Now, when I pay that price, I'm going to look at the closest strike price. What does that mean, the closest strike price? Well, at 34.62, the closest strike price is 34.50. Whichever one is closest, or you can do the 34s, either one. But the 34.50 is closest. So by doing that, I buy it for a certain price, okay? 34, 42, 40, 31, whatever it is. And then I sell it for the same price or as close as I can get to it, and I collect what is called the premium, which is this value right here. And if that is more than 1%, well, I just got 1% for the week for that one trade. Now, 98% of all my money is invested at all time, because I don't really see the point of letting money just sit there. It's not that I need it, okay? It sits there. Monday, I make all my trades, and I get my 1% premium, usually on Mondays and Tuesdays. I could take that money and spend it any way I want, but the money that's in my account, whatever the balance is, that basically is never touched. Okay, that money just grows very slowly every single week. And I do take money out for my living expenses. Well, because I'm retired and my money's got to come from somewhere. So this is it for me. All right, that being said, we're looking at EPD. Not really sure who they are, but I've never traded them before, so let's take a look. Now, they do have weekly options, okay? And, the numbers don't look that bad, but let's check and see. Does this company even pay dividends? Because that's what I'm looking for. Now, the reason why I'm looking for companies that pay dividends is because I want a company that shares their profits. If the company's going to make a profit, well, I want a little bit of it. Because you have two choices. Choice number one, you can put all your money into a dividend stock, which shares the profits, or it can put it into I don't even know what to call those other ones. Companies that don't pay dividends. They don't share their profits. Now, what I don't like about that is there's no way to judge when a stock is going to move, because stocks only move for two reasons, and only two reasons. Let's put this EPD in here. All right, I'm looking at Yahoo Finance behind me. Now, Yahoo Finance allows me to take a look, EPD, at the financial information of a company that I don't know. Now, I don't know who EPD is because I only do stocks that have 2 decades or more of consistent profits. I've never heard of them. So let's take a look and see what kind of profits this company actually has. For that, go to Yahoo Finance, all the way over here on the left-hand side. See where it says historical data? I want to see historical data. I want to take a look at the dividends because the dividend. So here's all the prices. First and foremost, this is what's called the data chain. Okay, far left column is the date. Okay, February 28th, 2025. Well, that's Friday. February 27th, Thursday. February 26th, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday, so on and so forth. But the columns, first column is the date. Second column is the opening price of the day. Third column, the high. Well, that's the high price of the day. Low price of the day. Close of the day. Adjusted close. And then the volume. All the information you want to know about your stock is basically right here. The opening price, the high, the low, the close, blah, blah, blah. All that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. But it's nice to know where it is. So what am I looking for here? Well, I'm looking for the dividends and every single dividend they have paid. Because you have 2 different types of companies. Well, basically there's 3. Okay, 3. You got your private companies, which we really can't invest in that often. You got the public company that actually shares their profits. And then you have the third one is the companies that do not share their profits. It's actually that simple. You know, you can invest in a private company. You don't have very much choice in the matter of what happens there, but you can do a public company, either a company that pays dividends or a company that does not pay dividends. Okay, now, dividend companies are for cash flow. Non-dividend paying companies are for capital appreciation, usually. Sometimes you can find a balance between the two, but not really. But the dividend itself is a portion of the profits that goes back to the investors. And that's us. That's what we're here for. We want to see the companies that consistently increase their profits and share their profits with the shareholders. That's us. Okay, so what am I looking for here? Oh, wait a minute. Do you know why I find dividends so important? Let me just jump over here for a second. Is this the one I'm on? Yeah, this is the one I'm on. Okay, this right here is an EX dividend calendar. It's a regular calendar, February 25th. We don't want to see that one. We want to see March. All right, here's March. March 2025. Okay, we are right here. Second. So tomorrow is the 3rd of March, the first trading day of the 10th week of the year. All right, anyway, that being said, the reason why I like dividend stocks is because just before the dividend, which are these little green dots, these green dots represent the EX dividend date, which is the last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid out. Why is that important? Because if you want to collect the dividend on any one of these companies, you've got to buy it before that little green dot. Okay? The 21st of March, March 21, Walmart. Walmart's paying a dividend the 21st of March. If you want to catch that dividend, you got to buy it before the 20th, the 19th, the 13th, the 6th, the 26th, the 11th, the 18th, any day before that date. And then you can't sell it until after the date of record. There's 4 dates to remember. Date number 1, the announcement date. That's when the company tells you how much money they made and what the dividend is and when it's going to be paid. It's called the announcement date. That's date number 1. Date number 2 is the EX dividend date. That's the last day the stock trades before the dividend's paid. So if you want to collect the dividend, you got to buy it before the green dot. Right? Before the green dot. Date number 3 is the date of record. Whoever owns the stock on the date of record is entitled to the dividend. Date number 4, the payment date, when you actually get your money. Simple. 4 dates, simple. So why am I telling you this? Well, in my many years, not 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8 years. No. My 2 decades, my 20 plus years of trading, I have found that dividend stocks have a tendency to go up in value just before the dividend date. So by knowing where the dividend date is, you know, hypothetically, when the stock's going to increase, or usually increases just before the dividend. Well, that's why one of the reasons I like dividend stocks better than other stocks, because I get to know when they're going to move. Well, if I know that, well, that's very useful information. But how do you use it? Okay, do you buy the stock? Do you buy an option? Do you sell an option? Do you do a credit spread? Do you do a debit spread? Do you do an I condor? There's so many different strategies. So I teach one strategy. I give it away for free. It's a simple strategy. I created for my 9-year-old. Okay, because in 2008, my 9-year-old jumped on my lap and said, "Daddy, what are you doing? Can you teach me?" It's like, okay. I thought it was a fad, but nope, she wanted to learn, so I had to come up with a trading strategy for a 9-year-old little girl. It had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way for her to lose. That had 5 criteria I had to come up with. A trading strategy specifically for her. All right, so here it is. Rule number 1. I got to show you something first. See all these green dots? Each one represents a company that's going to pay a dividend. Now, it doesn't look like there's much here, but nope, there's 127 companies. They couldn't fit them all here. 34, couldn't fit them all there. 57, 113, 20, 30, 32, 37, 81, 60, 51. They can't add them all because you can only fit so many dots in a square. But these are all the companies paying out a dividend this month of March. Okay, so for my daughter, rule number 1, if it's not on the list, don't even look at it. Doesn't exist. Now, you might think there's a lot right there, but if you do this little tricky right here, okay, those are just the stocks for this week. 37 for Monday, 15 for Tuesday, 15 for Wednesday, 13 for Thursday, and 113 on Friday. So we're going to look through all of those? Hell no. I got better things to do with my time. From the list here of dividend stocks, okay, this is just for 1 week. Okay, I take that list and I break it down. Well, how do I break it down? How consistent are they with their increasing of their profits? Are they consistently profitable? So that's go back to the data stream and look at the data on that company we were just talking about. Okay, so we're looking at EPD. Now we want to see how consistently they are profitable or not. Okay, so what we're looking at here, April 29, 2024, July 31, 2024, October 31, 2024, January 31, 2025. Okay, so that's the last 4 months. That's 1 year. Okay, see how the numbers look? Well, now I want to go back and look at every single dividend. I don't want to look at just 1 year, because I'm not going to buy a stock unless it has 2 decades. That's 20 years. So I'm going to go all the way back to 2005 and count each and every dividend that they have and see if it consistently goes up. Okay, so this one goes back to 1998. Okay, cool, but I want to go to 2005. All right, here's 2005 right here. Now, count with me and see if this is a good company to get into. EPD, okay. January 27, 2025, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 45, 47, 48, 49, 50, 52, 53, 54. Well, that is every single year higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And it has weekly options. So yeah, why isn't this one on my list? Holy shit. All right, so they're in the 5th week of the quarter. Is that even on our list? Let's find out. All right, let's go back to the month. Let's go back here. Let's go to trade. Let's go All right, anyway, EPD, I got to write that one down. EPD. All right, so EPD. A year ago, we were at 2760. The bottom of the year was the beginning of August, 2737. Okay, kind of just went sideways or channeling for, 8 months, looks like. Yeah, 8 months. And then in the middle of November, she breaks out and starts this nice, lovely little 90-day movement. All right, anyway. So 90 days ago, 31, jumps up to 34 and a half, drops back down to 30, back up to 34 and a half, back down 31, back up, back down. And look here, Friday, she just changed direction. Well, I want to zoom in a little closer. Why do I want to look at the 90-day? Well, the 90-day allows me to look for patterns. Okay, where's the high? Where's the low? Where was it? Where is it? What's it doing? Up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's turning around again. Well, that's what I want to see. I want to see what was yesterday. Well, in this instance, yesterday was Friday because we don't really count the weekends because there's no trading on weekends. All right, so 30 days ago, here's the last 30 days. Okay, 30 days ago here, drops. Here's the 30-day bottom. Shoots up, pulls back, back up, back down. Here's the top right here, 34, back down. Now she's turning around and going back up again. I don't know. What does it normally do? Now here, you get your bottom way down here and your top way up here. It's a lot closer to the top, which means it's a higher probability that, it may go down rather than keep going up. I don't know. Well, let's take a look at the other chart. I got one more chart to take a look at, just to give you an idea of what this thing normally does. And that, let's move this out of the way. That is going to be the seasonality chart. Now, for those of you who know or don't know what a seasonality chart is, all the way to the left is January 1st, all the way to the right is December 31st. This is the whole year. Okay, the blue line up there represents the first 2 months. January's gone, February's gone. Didn't we just have January 1st a couple of days ago? Holy shit. Okay, when you get older, the days just keep going quicker and quicker and quicker. Anyway, the red represents 10 years of average movement. Well, that's 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2009, all piled up on top of each other to give us the average movement. What does this company normally do? Well, it's not guaranteed, but they just take all the data and say, all right, what does it normally do? Well, look at it. Okay? Here's the end of the month, February. Here's the beginning of the month of March. Look at that. For the first week, she's going to go up. Then she's going to come back down again. So it appears everything is pointed in that direction that it should go up. But how do you feel about it? How do you feel about EPD? I mean, that's the question. Do you like it? Do you think it's worthy of jumping into? Well, chart's definitely telling you one thing. 30-day high, 30-day low, came down, she turned around. Now, I like 2 days to the upside, but on the second day of the upside, where's she going to go? She's getting to the top of the 30-day time frame, which I'm only looking for 1%, so it really doesn't look that far-fetched in order to get that 1%. Could happen. I mean, I could buy it now and just hope it goes nowhere all week and still pick up my 1%. Well, that's my goal. So I take a look. How does it look? So tomorrow morning, I want to see what this thing opens up at before I decide to jump in or not. Because if she's up higher, then yeah, I might jump in depending on what these numbers look like tomorrow morning. At this moment in time, it's only 1%. So we'll see what happens. Okay, next. Oh, well, we got a lot of people here tonight. Jason Jack's in the house. Antoine, thanks. Jason Jack. Last week was awesome. Cool beans. All right, Jack wants to take a look at, really, he couldn't just pick one. AA, that's Alcoa. HAL, that's Halliburton. HAL. APA, that's Apache. PA, Apache, and Macy's. Okay. Antoine wants to take a look at Nokia. What the heck you want to look at Nokia for? They haven't done anything really good in a while. Okay, Jack, I already have Alcoa, Halliburton first week, 7,000 buying power, blah, blah. Okay. All right, got it. Nick, I would appreciate your analysis on UPS. I'm currently in calls on them. Okay, Nick, hold that thought. UPS. We'll get to that in a little bit. I don't know why you're buying calls. 80% of all options expire worthless. Raphael, there he is again. There he is again. James the Boogeyman. How you doing? I'm doing lovely, thank you. But earnings are on Thursday. Cool beans. Yes, but if you hold it long enough, the stock will appreciate. And if you hold it for a long time, you'll get to pay less capital gains taxes. Okay, Raphael, when it comes to taxes, my advice is always, always, always talk to a tax professional, specifically a tax planner, a tax strategist, or someone else to help you not pay taxes. And the first question you should always ask anyone's doing your taxes: how much in taxes do you pay? That should be your first question. Do you pay taxes? If not, why are you paying? Anyway, tax strategist or tax planner if you're worried about taxes. All right, let's keep on going. Simone is in the house. Hello, Simone. DHT. Nepal wants to look at DHT. DHT. Club Med Tom. And Simone wants to take a look at Allie. All right, Simone, take a look at that one. Would you please, and would you take any action midweek? Okay, Tom, we'll talk about that one midweek, I guess. Can you look at BRPHF? No. Ian, what the heck is that? BRPHF. Galaxy Digital Holdings has no options, so that's going to be a no. Sorry, dude. Okay, Nepal DHT is on the list. B-Rad Daddy. God's blessing Riley fat premiums this week despite being a ton elevated price. Yep, I hear you. I think I got rid of all my Riley last week. Now, some of you guys like to push the envelope and keep going for more and more and more and more. Yeah, no thanks. I take my 1% and I move on to the next company. Because as lovely as Riley was last week, yeah, well, I got rid of mine only because the stock jumped so much, it didn't make sense for me to keep, pushing the envelope. Sorry, I'm not as adventurous as I used to be in my younger days. In my younger days, yeah, I would have get, hey, let's ride it until it stops. Yeah, no. Now I ride it, get my profit, say thank you, see you next time. I will be keeping my eye on Riley, though, because we're going to look at Riley in a little bit, and I'll give you my opinion on that in a little bit. So let's see what other kind of questions we have. Capital gains doesn't matter when you make 800%. Thank you there, Stephen. I'm sure that'd be lovely. When you realize the sale off course. Okay. Love the optimism. What's up, Sweet Jones? Are you showing the other channel tonight? I believe so. It should be the exact same as this one. Okay. EPD is a good one. All right, buy and hold. Thank you. Oh, Mitch wants to take a look at Occidental Petroleum. OXY. Hello, first timer. What are my thoughts on SPY? All right, Stephen, my thoughts on SPY, I particularly don't like it. The reason being, You should, before you ever buy anything, know everything you possibly could. So if I ask you a question on SPY, hypothetically speaking, you should be able to just blurt it out and say, hey, this is the numbers. Okay, so that being the case, tell me how consistent is SPY with their profits. That means, is the dividend higher each and every single year? Is it higher and higher and higher? That's question number one. Question number two, take a look at the yield. Now, right on the very first page, it'll tell you exactly what the yield is for SPY. So let's go take a gander at it. SPY. Alrighty, number one, SPY is almost at 600 bucks, $594 a share. Okay, so slide down just a little bit further, and let's take a look. Go back all the way to 20 years, okay, to 2005. Here it is right here. Now, count with me, if you will, how often has the dividend, which is a portion of the profits, it measures the profits, because if they're giving the investors a portion of the profits, well, the profits have to go higher and higher in order for the dividends to go higher. So if the dividends go higher, well, the profits go higher. What if the dividends go down? Well, the profits go down. It's the same thing. Okay, as profit goes up, the dividends go up. Profits go down, dividends go down. It's actually that simple. I don't want to read, however many pages there are to the quarterly report or the annual report. I'm going right to the dividend. If it's going up every single year, yeah, they're more profitable every year. But hold on. Let's take a look at SPDR, SPY. 2005, 47, 49, 52, 67. Look at that. It's off to a good start. What's this one right here? Okay, 47, 49, 52, 67, 52. Didn't that just go backwards? I don't know. Well, let's check. Yeah. Okay, 67, 52, that's backwards. That's once. And we're only on 2006. Once. 56, 58, 79, 55, twice. Okay, 66, 72, 78, 64, 3 times. 67, 69, 72, 56, 4 times. 52, 5 times. 51, 6 times. 59, 48, 7 times. 53, 60, 65, 55, 13 times. Do I have to go on and continue? Do you see what I'm saying? And we're not even in 2010 yet. We got 15 more years to go. So the first 5 years went down 13 times. That's not consistently profitable. But hold on. It actually gets worse. Believe it or not, it does. Go over to the summary. Now, the summary is going to tell you a lot of interesting things. Well, it's a financial website, so it gives you financial information. First and foremost, there we are again, $594 per share. Slide down a little bit more. What's that number right there? Okay, now for some of you watching on your iPhone, okay, or your mobile device, your phone, your tablet, your laptop, whatever, you may or may not be able to see these numbers. You may not. That's why this screen, this big, huge screen behind me, is live on YouTube. So you could go into the other room, flick on the big screen TV, you know that 80-inch TV you got in your living room? Yeah, flick on the TV and pull it up. It's live on YouTube. If you have a YouTube channel, which most people do, look it up, okay? It's called the yield. Well, a yield is basically your rate of return. If I put in $594, what kind of a rate of return am I getting? Well, with SPDR, SPY, you're getting 1.17. 1.17 a year. Now, I'm showing you how to simply, safely, predictably, consistently get 1% a week. Well, there's a huge difference between 1% a week, which is over 50% for the year, and just 1.1%. But you want to do SPDR, hey, you have at it, you have fun, you enjoy yourself with that 1%. I'll take my 50% any day of the week. Yeah, it's a little bit more effort, but you know what? I'm retired. I don't mind spending 5 or 10 minutes on my personal finances. All right. So yeah, spider. No, sorry. That's just my opinion on the spiders. You know, you could like it, you could enjoy it. You know, you might be okay with 1% a week. Fine, nothing wrong with it. For you, for me, I can come up with a whole list. Anyway, I cannot live off of 1% per year. Terribly sorry. All right. What do we have over here? The other channel isn't up. I'll take a look at that one. Rigetti, RGTI. Now, didn't we look at that a little while ago and figure out why we don't like it? RGTI, Rigetti. Chasing Jack got rid of my Riley last week also and got a nice profit for the past 3 weeks. Well, Jack, that's why we're here, dude. Okay, we're here to take a look at advantages that are actually right there in front of our face. Now, it's a simple strategy, but if you guys are looking to strike it rich overnight with anything that I say, you're in the wrong place. I'm not looking for this. Do you see this right here? This is AT&T. I'm not looking to buy down here and have it shoot up. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm a weekly trader. It means I buy on a Monday. I like to be out by Friday. All my trades are closed out by Friday. Or they're pushed forward. Monday to Friday, that's it. Alrighty, what else do we have here? I just checked again. The other channel's not showing. All right, what we got here? That's why. That's why. Could not access specified channel or stream key. Shit. Yep, Jacob's not here, so he's the one who set that one up. Lovely. All right. Anyway, we're just going to have to do it with what we have. All right. Sorry about that. Thoughts on TPL? What the heck is TPL? TPL. All right. We'll take a gander at it. Stephen Black. I believe that only price pays if it's 10, if the 10 is above the 20 and the price is above the 50, all EMEA. Oh my God. Okay, Steven, dude, from the way you're talking, now don't get me wrong, Steven, you're relatively new here because I'm really good with names. I got a good memory on the name thing, okay? However, from what you're typing, Steve, you're definitely in the wrong place, okay? Okay, what you're saying, it all makes perfect 100% sense. It does. But this is not a channel for somebody like you. You're a more advanced trader. This is more for beginners. Okay, beginners just getting started, people who don't know very much, or for those people that are lazy like me, only want to work 5, 10, 15 minutes a week. 5, 10, 15 minutes a day. Well, first 10 to 15 minutes, I like to take a look at my charts. I like to take a look at my positions, and I'm not sitting in front of my computer all day. Okay, I don't look at the EPI. I don't look at the, all that stuff. The exponential moving average. I don't look at any of that. Now, the reason being, when I said I created for my 9-year-old, hold on. Now, you've never seen her because you're new. Okay, we're going to go here. All right, we're going to go to my website, and then we're going to go through that channel to show you the videos of the little princess, and you'll know exactly who I'm talking about and who I created this for. It's my website. It's all the social media right there. Let's jump right over to YouTube. And I only have one live going. Why is there only one live going? All right, videos. Let's do the videos. Okay, the oldest video, which goes all the way back. And here we are right here, okay?
Hi, I'm Gracie, and as you being part of my internet website called Thingy, which my dad doesn't like me calling it that, but I do. being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks that I'll be trading, and every month you'll be getting 4 lists of stocks that you can choose.
Over 20 days.
That's me, right there, 15 years ago.
21 days in the month. What does that mean? That means every single day you buy a different stock. Every single day there's a different company paying out dividends. Anyway, no, seriously.
Okay, so why am I showing you that? Simply put, I'm showing you to show you who I created it for. That was my daughter. Well, that was her at 11. She's already been trading for 3 years at that point. Okay, but when she was 9, she said, Daddy, what are you doing? So the strategy had to be simple, safe, and predictable. What you're asking is a little bit more than simple and safe. Okay, so if the stock is on the list, great. Well, here's the list. You ready? Got a pen, paper? Here we go. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, Warren Buffett's list. Those 5 lists right there. To get a hold of those, just go to Google. Google, and just type in Dividend Stock List, Dividend King Stock List 2025, Dividend Aristocrats List 25, so on and so forth. And you'll get a list of all the stocks that have consistently increased their profits and consistently increased their dividends. And those are the only companies that I like because they've proven themselves worthy of my money. Now, that's just me. You guys got to figure out what works right for you. Okay, if you want to do Palantir, be my guest. It just doesn't fit my parameters. You want to do, there's a whole bunch of them. What is it? Palantir, Amazon, Apple, not Apple, Tesla. Those stocks that don't have dividends, you want to do those? Hey, not a problem. I'll take a look at them for you. Don't give you my opinion. But if it doesn't have a dividend, it's going to be a no for me, for the most part. Now, every once in a while, I'll buy something if it's on Warren Buffett's list. Because, hey, if it's good enough for Warren, it's good enough for me. I have no idea what I'm going to do when old Warren kicks the bucket, because he's getting up there. So let's keep on going. What are we looking at? TPL, it's on the list. We're going to take a look at TPL in a little bit. Chasing Jacks. Not going to lie, I was a little bit sad when I saw Riley go up high. But that was just my greedy side. I'm still dealing with that side. Yep. Hey, I have that problem too. All right, so let's keep on going. B-Rad Daddy. God's blessing. Riley Fat Premium this week, despite being on LA. Yep. Picaris, haven't seen you in a while. Holy cow. Hey, James. Been making off pretty well on the strategy. Was up 47% last year. Picaris, that's awesome, dude. I remember getting a Christmas card, dude. Anyway, Bear Dude Dad. Okay. Alcoa expired way below my break even. Would you keep selling calls at what strike? Okay, Bear Rad Dad. All right, Bear Dude Dad. Hold tight. We'll do that. All right, Coyote, were you just not listening to me or are you just signing in? Do you do option trading? It's a good thing to get into. Okay, now you're relatively new here, Kayak. Okay, number one, I don't do NVIDIA because apparently, I see that you just signed in because you asked me about NVIDIA, and NVIDIA doesn't have dividends. Wait a minute, yes they do. They have 1 penny dividend. Yeah, you need to take a look at those numbers, dude. Serious, I shit you not. Take a look at the numbers for NVIDIA. Take a look at how consistently profitable they are. Take a look at what kind of dividends they're offering, and then take a look at what your yield is. Okay, what's the yield? Okay, and then, to make matters worse, take a look at the book value. You're paying $130, $140 for a stock that's only worth $2 or $3. The numbers don't lie. Okay, Sam Park. Yes, EPD does pay dividends. Broadway, invest in good companies. Good. ETC, yep. Got to have money to make money. All right. Now, my grandson started out with $50, so I'm not quite sure that's a lot. How do you manage your taxes? Uh-oh. Is it a regular brokerage or some other setup? Good question. AUR, isn't that Australian? Anywhere here making okay money selling covered calls. Okay, Rizzo, you can ask a bunch of people here. Okay, I do 1%. I show you all my trades. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, but all right. Ishmia Moore wants to take a look at Pfizer PFE. All righty. Okay. Yeah, Talon, you see that? I wish I didn't have to, but talking so much hurts my throat. DHT. DHT is already on the list. Do me a favor. Only ask the question once. By the end of the night, which will be around 11:30, quarter 12, I will answer every single question. Every question. So please just ask it once. Quantum, how are you today? Uh-oh. Wizd wants to take a look at ExxonMobil. XOM. I saw that Mara sticking up there. We'll take a look at that one also. Riley, B-Rad Daddy, Riley's already on there. I got a text from Copy Dividend Stock Talk. Is that you? No, it's not. And New Jersey 78, it's not. There was about 30 people pretending to be me. So, no. And I don't text people, okay? If you really want to chat, send me your number. I will actually give you a call. Thanks, Rizzo. Ooh, Rizzo wants to take a look. B-Rad Daddy wants to take a look at Intel. INTC. And what was that other one? Ooh, Advanced Auto Parts. That Advanced Auto Parts and Intel. I got both of those. All right. Should we sell covered on Dell? Ooh, NXX Garage. Dell. Take a look at that one. I like Dell. What's your prediction on the S&P 500 this week? Oh my goodness. See, Kayak, I would suggest you just read the room a little bit. Read some of the questions in the chat. Okay? I don't do S&P. I don't do the spiders. Okay? I don't do any of that weird stuff. It has to be a good quality stock that is consistently profitable. Spiders isn't. 300 premium on Alcoa last week on 3 contracts. Cool. $100 per contract. Cool. Hopefully the premium is good this week. All right, we're going to take a look at Alcoa in a bit. We got a couple more questions. SJM, isn't that Smuckers? SJM? SJM. Aurora. All right, New Jersey, you got to tell me what Aurora is. Okay, that's not one I've done. APLD. What the hell is that? APLD. All right, so we have enough stocks to take a look at for a little while. Please, what should I buy tomorrow and hold for 10 years? Absolutely nothing. Okay, you're asking the wrong person about long-term stuff. I don't do long-term. My idea of long-term is 30 days. Okay, that's 4 weeks. That's it. That's long-term for me. Okay, I'm not guaranteed another 10 years, but I'd like to think I can get another 30 days out of this little thing. Anyway, so we got a bunch to take a look at. We got about 20 companies to take a look at. I'm going to go through them really quick. I'm going to stop all the questions in the chat because I do read each and every single one. So I'm going to go through the list and you write down what you think I should take another look at. Okay? So we got about 20 of them. Okay, here we go. First one on the list, EPD. We just looked at that one. So that one is going to get a little smiley face next to it because it actually looked pretty good. Alcoa is going to be next, AA. Now, when I find a halfway decent one, we'll actually do a practice trade so you can see exactly how it works out. All right, so here we go. Alcoa, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this. It goes up, pulls back, up, down. Right here, 33.59. It's still dropping, so we're not going to do anything with this one, only because, okay, 30-day top was right here, 41, and it's still falling down. So as soon as she stops, so we're going to take a look at it tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, only because I want to find out where that bottom is. All right. Written down for next week. All right. Next on the list, that one was a no. Halliburton. Interesting. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the movement. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's coming down at the moment. 2650. The 2650 is going for 34. There we go. There's our first one of the evening. Halliburton. Well, before we jump the gun and just jump on in, let's take a closer look at the chart. Now, we've seen the high, the low, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. Now, let's attach some numbers to it. A year ago, 35.40. The high of the year was a double high at 41.50. The last 90 days. Now, I like looking at the last 90 days because it gives me a couple of things to look at. Number one, shows me if there's a pattern. Any patterns there? Yeah, kind of looks like it. Also, it gives me an idea of which direction it's going for the last 90 days, which is the last 3 months. Okay. Okay, high, low is, look at this, down, up, down, up, down. What's happening right there? Well, to find that out, we're going to zoom in a little bit tighter to the last 30 days. Okay, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on here? No real rhyme or reason here yet. Okay, here's the 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Now she's coming down. She hasn't quite got there because she's still coming down. Look, lower high, lower low. So we got to wait and see what happens. So no to Halliburton. Apache APA. I'm going to say no to this one really quick, only because she's in a downturn. Again, looking for that 30-day bottom. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Apache. It is on my list. So I'm going to move that one over to next week. Next on the list, Macy's. Now, I do own some Macy's, so I can't really pass it off that quickly. But look at where we are. High, low, is. Look at this. Down, up, down. Now she's going sideways. 1450 to 1450s are going for 47. That's over 2%. Now, if you check all my trades, now I did post all my trades last year. Okay, so they're all posted last year, and you'll see if you go take a look, Macy's almost every single week. It must have been at least 35, 40 times. There's 52 weeks, and if you look, Macy's 35, 40 times I traded Macy's last year. It was one of my biggest winners last year. All right, so let's keep taking a look. Take a little closer. A year ago, 2050. The high of the year, 2212. Last 90 days. Well, look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. It's in a downturn right now. So not a good time to jump in. But that up, down Friday, could that change things? We don't know. Because as she falls, okay, she's falling. See this right here? This is the previous 30-day bottom. How can you tell? Well, because it stopped moving down and then turned around and went up. Well, here, the same thing's going to happen. But when? We don't know. So we'll take a look at it tomorrow, the next day only because I already have some, and I love the numbers on Macy's anyway. So as soon as Macy's finds its bottom, depending on, now I got 7 accounts to take it, to keep my eye on. So as soon as I have some money available in one of them, I'll probably jump in on Macy's again because it's giving over 2%, and I've been trading it for so long, I get a good idea how the motion goes. I know the motion of this ocean. How's that one? I know the motion of this ocean. I like that one. I'm going to write that one down. I know the motion of this. Uh-oh. No! There we go. This ocean. I like that one. Maybe I'll come up with a t-shirt. I know the motion of this ocean. Look, she's down, up, down. Now, as soon as she finds that bottom, just like it did right here, it's going to find the bottom, turn around, go back up again. Well, that's what we're looking for. Can it happen tomorrow? Yes, it can. Am I going to be ready? Well, I have some money to play with tomorrow. What's it going to be? Let's go to the next one. I don't know who asked for this one, but Nokia. N-O-K. Nope. That was quick, wasn't it? Here's the high. It's in a downturn also. So we'll just have to keep our eye on it once it finds the bottom. No sense looking at it if it ain't going to, Hold on. I'm formulating something clever to say. There's no sense picking the fruit if it ain't ripe. I don't know. How's that one? That sounds pretty good. No sense picking the fruit if it ain't ripe. No. Kia. Ooh, UPS. I remember when UPS had that big drop. Okay, remember that big drop right here? Okay, everybody's like, what the hell happened? I said, oh, yeah, I'm buying some. So, yeah, I did take advantage of that when it dropped like that. Now, I watch my account every single day, twice a day. Once in the morning. I do have a lot of stuff you can buy if you want. I'm not going to try to sell you anything. I am not going to do a pitch by the end of the night. I'm not going to try to sell anyone anything, just to let you know. I do have a bunch of stuff to sell. But what I was saying is I look at my account twice a day. Once in the morning with my morning trading group, which is a paid service, and then at night with you guys. So I have a good idea of what's going on with the certain stocks to a certain extent. Okay, do I like UPS? Yeah. Have I heard of them? Yeah. Are they on my list? Yeah. Did I buy them when this big drop happened? Yeah, I did. Because anytime a stock drops like that, yep, I want to find out why. And then I want to wait until it hits rock bottom and turns around and goes back up again. Well, it happens every day. We just don't know which ones it happens to. All right, so when it happened to UPS, let's take a look at the numbers. All right, 119 at the moment. The 119s are going for 132. Okay, that actually works, the 119s. So let's do, we want to take a closer look here because it looks like she might be stalling on the upside. Okay. $1.49 last year. Got a double top at 159. That was toward the middle of March. Now she went sideways from the end of July all the way into what is that, January? And then she drops. Drops pretty good in January. All right, so here's the last 30 days. I don't know. What do you think? Oh, seriously, think about it. What do you think? 30 days ago, we're at 100. Now we're at 119. Well, that's almost a 20% increase in 30 days. Yeah, this thing got profit taken all over it. So I'm going to pass on this one because I don't like buying at the high of the 30-day period. Okay, I look at that, 2-3 weeks? Yeah, I'll write UPS 3 weeks from today. Sorry, dude. UPS on my list for 3 weeks. But here's the funny thing, is that when 3 weeks get here, it's going to be top of my list, and more than likely, profit taking would have already occurred, and it'll probably be back down again. Probably. Nothing is guaranteed in life. Okay, 3 times somebody asked me to take a look at DHT. I've never heard of them, and that's the reason why, right there. Monthly optional stock. I don't buy them because they're just not profitable for me. Okay, now I could do them, but then I'd be going from 50% a year to 24% a year, and that just doesn't work for me. So sorry, DHT is no. Now, Simone wanted to take a look at Allie, but Allie only has 2 L's, not 3. All right. Simone, here we go. Here's Allie. Here's our high. Here's our low. Look at the big drop here. A year ago, Friday, look at this. Up, big drop, up, back down. Okay, so what's happening here? But before we get there, is it worth our while? Well, right now, it's at $40. $39.99, you ain't going to get any closer to $40 than $39.99. Okay? $40. It's not on there. But we got to stop for a second. Look closer at the numbers. The last traded price was $37.10. So we should be looking at the 37s. And the 37s are giving us a lovely number. Because they got the bid at 36 and the ask at 40. Never have I seen a stock spread that big on a $30 stock. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we can get this, we'll get our numbers out of there. Let's take a closer look at the chart to see if the timing is right. Just because the numbers look good, well, the timing has to be right. Because I don't want to buy at the high, and I don't want to buy at the low. I prefer to buy it. You see, each time it comes down, it turns around, goes back up. It comes down, it turns around, goes back up. It comes down. Well, that's what I'm looking for it to come down, turn around, go back up. And it looks like this might be it. So let's take a closer look. A year ago, Allie's at 37. Okay, the high of the year, 45.25, and that was the end of July. Okay, well, we had a big drop in the second week of September. Well, that's the bottom of the year right there. On September 10th, 31.95. Well, look what happened. Here's the high, low. There she goes up, down, down. What's happening right there? So that 90-day chart doesn't look that bad. I mean, it looks like your regular, normal 90-day chart. Okay, big drop. There's the bottom of the 90-day period. Shoots up, pulls back, back up, back down. What's going on here? Last 30 days gives me a better idea of where do I think it's going to go next. All right, so here's the last 30 days. And it actually looks pretty good. 30-day high right here, 40 bucks. Drops down, shoots back up, drops down. Here's our 30-day bottom on Thursday. Friday, a higher bottom. Okay, and she's up on Friday. So that, in my humble opinion, is one invitation to jump on in. Hold on, because I want to look at the seasonality. What does this company normally do this time of year? So for this time of year, normally, this is what it looks like. Simone, I don't know about you, but that don't look that appetizing. Okay, you can't ignore that. So normally, she goes down this time of year. Well, that's just historical performance. It doesn't give you a clue of what's going to happen next. It just shows you what it did, well, for the last 10 years. And the consensus may be, well, if it's done it for 10 years in a row, and that's the average movement, well, more than likely, it's probably going to do the same thing. But then you have to ask yourself a question. Well, the last 4 years were kind of different than where we are now. So what's going to happen now? Don't know. It's a banking stock. And you cannot argue with what's going on here. 30 days ago there, down, back up, back down. Here's the bottom right there. Could it be? Now, I like 2 days to the upside. So Monday is make it, break it for this company for me. Because if she's up on Monday, then that could be my indication that here's the bottom. Now she's turning around going back up again. Even though the seasonality said it normally goes down. Well, there's only a couple of things in life that are guaranteed. Death, taxes, disappointment. Those are the three at the top of my list. But yeah, the 37. So let's do a practice trade on Allie at the 37. See what it looks like. All right, we're going to get rid of this because we don't need it anymore because we figured out what number looks good. Okay, we're going to change this to covered stock. Now, the nice thing I like about Thinkorswim trading platform is everything is right there. Okay, do I want to do a vertical? Well, right there. Back ratio, calendar, every single trading strategy with options are right there for you to take advantage of. Now, I want to do the covered call because remember, in my little sales pitch, simple, safe, predictable, consistent. I'm going to explain that in a couple of seconds. Okay, so a covered call. If you don't know what a covered call is, there are literally hundreds of videos online for you to see what a covered call is. Basically, you're buying a stock, okay, and then you're going to turn around and sell it to someone else for the same price or a little bit more to get some kind of revenue coming in. And that's what I capitalize on, selling options, stock options, call stock options. Okay, now, I like odds, probabilities, statistics. I like all that stuff. I like numbers. Numbers don't lie. People do. Okay? Look at the situation we're in. People lie all the time, but numbers don't. If I'm buying it at this price, selling it at this price, collecting this, great. What rate of return is that? If it's not 1% or higher, I don't want to do it. Simple. Okay, so we said the 37. Here's the 37 right here. Okay? These numbers aren't going to come out right. Oh, maybe it will. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. Okay, one contract. I don't want to show you 10 because you might freak out about the large numbers. Market order, here we go, and here it is. Now, here's the order. I always tell people, make sure you read it out loud so you can hear what it is you're saying. Because every once in a while, you are 1 point or more in your life, you're going to hit a wrong button. You're going to do something wrong just because you hit the wrong button. I did it. I did this a couple of weeks ago. All right. Buy one covered call, Alley, 100s. Those are the weeklies. 7 March 25. Well, that means the option expires this coming Friday. Okay? The $37 call option against the Alley stock at the market to open. So what does that mean? That means I'm buying the stock, 100 shares. I'm selling one contract to someone to buy it from me at a certain price, $37, by a certain date, 7 March 25, which is this coming Friday. That means I buy the stock, I own it, it is mine, I can do whatever I want with it. Whoever buys the option from me, well, they have, from the moment they buy that option until 3:59 Friday afternoon, because at 4 o'clock the market closes and you can't do anything, and that option will expire worthless. Like 80% of all options expire worthless. So I don't want to buy, I want to sell. That's me. Now, some people out there like to buy options in that 20% group. Well, it works for a lot of people. It does. It works for me because I'm a seller. Okay? I really don't care if the stock shoots to the roof. I really don't. I want my 1% because I'm at that point in my life where I don't want the risk anymore. Simple, safe, predictable. Now, why did I say predictable? Because right here, okay, the maximum profit on this trade is going to be $72.50. I'm only going to collect that if two things happen. Number one, the stock stays above 37 by Friday. Okay, I will get my $72 for each contract I own. Okay, if the stock drops, I still keep this money. And if it drops below 37, well, I keep the stock and I sell it to someone else next week. And if it doesn't hit my target, I sell it to someone else the week after that. And if it doesn't hit my target, I sell it every single week until it hits 37. Because that's my goal. My goal is 1% every week. So if I'm getting 1%, we're going to actually do the math here to show you. So let's get the calculator out. The profit right there is $72.50. 72.50. That's my profit. Now, to find out the rate of return, you take the profit, $72.50, and you divide it by how much did the trade cost. So let's move the calculator for a second so you can see this. Cost of the trade, including commission and fees, $3,628 for one contract. Okay, divide 3,628 and 16 cents for those of you that are really sticklers about numbers. Okay, and it gives me a grand total of 1.99%. That's almost 2%. Now, 2% a week, well, that's over 100% return per year. Now, are you going to get 2% every week? Probably not. Do I get 2% every week? No, I don't. I average 1.2. Because some weeks I make less than 1%, some weeks I make more than 1%, but my average is 1.2% every week. All right. Let's keep on going. All right, so that's Alley. I'm going to write that one down. I get back to 0. Here we go. All right, that was Alley. I'm going to little star next, that one. Riley. Ooh, Riley's next. Now, I did get rid of all my Riley, only because she shot up, and it only makes sense to sell when it moves. Okay. High, low is, look at this, up, down, big drop, and basically just sideways. Okay. Currently at $6.75. What's the closest strike price? Well, you get two of them because you're smack dab in the middle. You got the 650 and then you got the 7. Now the 650 is the safer trade. But look at the price. 85 cents a share. Well, that's crazy. Well, let's check it out. All right. A year ago, we were at 18. We shoot on up to a double top at 39. Oh, no, $40.09. Now, that was towards the end of April. Now, from there, she had a big drop in the middle of August from 1760 all the way down until $5. And then she just went sideways for the last 6 or 7 months. Wow. All right, anyway, 90 days. Our high was Thursday and Friday. Our low was Monday. Well, no, that's got Friday, I think it was. Friday. Okay? Down, up, down, up, down, big up. Can it sustain this? I don't know. Not when she's trading here for months. Okay, then she just shoots up like that. I don't know. It's kind of like a high roller if you really like Riley. All right, so that being said, last 30 days, right there. Okay, here's our last 30 days. 30-day high and 30-day low. Look at where it was. Look at where it is. Okay, down, up. That's basically it. Now, what's happened here? Okay, a double high because they're both the same here. But Friday low was a little lower than Thursday's low. Don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see what happens with it. But the number is a little crazy. 85 cents. Now, I know you may think 85 cents is not a lot, but that's 85 cents per share. So let's do quick math on that one. Okay, clear that. Now, 85 cents per share would be the profit. How much is a stock? Well, the stock is $6.75. Hold that thought for a second. Hold on. So if I buy at $6.75, sell it at $6.50, well, I'm losing 25 cents. So I can take the 25 cents off of this 85, and that brings me down to 60 cents a share. So I'm only profiting 60 cents a share. Okay, let's get rid of this. And I divide that by the purchase price, or the strike price, $6.50, 6.5. That comes a grand total of 9%. Well, it's 9% if it's an all-cash account. But if it's on margin, you're going to look at close to 20%. That's craziness. All right, that's Riley. Next, Occidental Petroleum. So I'm going to pass on Riley only because the numbers are too high. OXY. Okay. High, low is, look at this, up, down, up, down, up, down. 49.27. The 49.50 is going from 46 to 50. That's about $1. That's about 1%. Again, let's take a look at the numbers. 61 a year ago. Tops out at 69.50. That was in the middle of April. Your last 90 days. High, low is, look at this, down, up, down, up, down. Yep, we're going to say no to this one because it's in a downward trend. No sense looking at it any further. RGH. Oh, RGTI. Sorry, RGTI. Can't read my own writing. I don't understand this one. That's what I'm going to say no to just on principle. I mean, two reasons. Number one, a year ago we're at $1. Okay, then she shoots up to 22. Oh, great, wonderful. But now she's pulled back. Look where she is now. She's falling, looking for a new bottom. Bottom fishing. Yeah, no thanks. TPL. What the heck is TPL? TPL. Texas Pacific Land. Yeah, no. Okay, I appreciate it, dude. But $1,000 this year? No, that's number one. Number two, I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. Terribly sorry. Pfizer, PFE. Now, I like Pfizer. It is on my list. Ooh, interesting. I like to take a closer look what's going here, but is, high, low. Look at the movement. Up, down, up, down, up, down. We're at 26.50, 28. That's over 1%. Well, the numbers look good. Well, let's take a look right here. Last couple of weeks. Yeah. 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Now she's coming down. No, thank you. So we're going to write down for next week to see what Pfizer is going to do next week. Because I like Pfizer. The numbers are usually good. But see here where the bottom is, and then you have 2 days to the upside, and then she keeps going. That's what I'm looking for. Here's your high. Here's your bottom right here. Could it be lower tomorrow? Yes, it can. It's going to go down until it's done. It's not done going down yet. So just going to sit and watch. ExxonMobil. Interesting. High, low, is. Look at it. Up, down, up, 111.90 to 112. Barely making you 1%. Okay. I like 1%. ExxonMobil. A year ago was the bottom of the year, 104. Shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, pulls back. Here's the high of the year back in the beginning of October, 126.50. Well, the last 90 days, okay, high, low, is. Look at this. Up, down, up, sideways. Basically, this is going to be a no just based on that right there. See that? 30-day bottom, 30-day top, drops back down, back up, back down, back up. Too close to the 30-day high to make any money out of that one. Sorry, ExxonMobil. Mara. Now, I do have some Mara, just in case you're wondering. Look at that right there. That looks nice. High, low, is. Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down. 1577. The 16 is going from 14 to 17. Or even the 15. I'd rather do the 1550s. Nope. 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 The 16s. Making you 1% on the 16s. All right, so let's take a closer look. A year ago, right around 27. Down, up, down, up. The high was right there. So the high of the year was 30.28. Okay? High, low is. Look at this. It's just coming down. Now she's turning up. Well, let's get in a little bit closer because that looks rather interesting. Okay, here's your last 30 days. Okay, this is what we're looking for. 30-day high, 30-day bottom, 1, 2, 3 days to the upside. Okay, that works. But I'd be happier knowing what she opens up tomorrow. Okay? Because is she going to keep going down or is she going to start going up? Because your 30-day bottom's right there. $12. 3 days ago. 1, 2, 3, 4 days ago. Last Tuesday. Okay, and Mara is paying 13, 14. Is that right? Yeah, the 14 is way up there. That's a nice number. Because, see, after hours, it's kind of hard to judge what is the actual number. Because this number here says 1573. Well, the closest one, because it's trading now, that's why. Okay, this is the last trade right here, 1392. The closest one would be the 14, which is up here. That's a crazy number. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to take a look at Mara first thing tomorrow morning. Okay, so Mara. Intel is next. Now I do own some Intel. I do own some Mara, just in case. All right, interesting. Okay, see what's happening here? A year ago is the high. Here's the low. Looks like it's in September. Look at the movement. Down, sideways, down, sideways. Now we're at 23.73. Closer to the 24.69. That's over 2%. Well, I like Intel. Well, let's take a better look. Okay, a year ago, the high of the year was 46.77. The bottom of the year in September, 18.22. Look at your last 90 days. Okay, here's your last 90 days. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Okay, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on here? Well, let's take a closer look. Does it look like it's something we want to keep our eye on? Here's your last 30 days. Nope. Sorry. Okay, down, up, down. Now she's coming down. Not quite sure what's going here because she's been sideways for the past 4 days. Just going nowhere. Wait and see. Where's it going to go? Don't know. Advanced auto parts. Now, I do have some of these. Interesting. Now, let's take a gander at this. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, big drop, sideways, up, down. We're at 36.90. So the 37s are going for 88. That's over 2%. That works. Well, let's take a better look at it. A year ago, we're at 68.94. We jumped all the way to the high of the year, 88, almost at the 89. Here's the bottom right there. Looks like it. Yep, there's the bottom right there. End of October, 35.55. All right, well, the last 30 days, last 90 days, sorry. Last 90 days, there it is, the high, the low. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And here it is looking for a new bottom. Okay, now I do have some advanced auto parts. I jumped here, 44. But I don't mind owning it at 44 because a couple of days ago, that's what it looked like. That's where I jumped in a couple of days ago. See, looked nice. Down, it looks like she's going back up. But nope, she turned around, she went back down. Okay, did I make money off it? Yeah, I made a bunch of money off of this one. Well, I sold the 44s. So I bought it at 49. Oh, what the hell did I buy? Yeah, 43.90 something, just below 44. I sold the 44s, got, I think, 28% because the earnings report was the very next day. And positive earnings, but the stock dropped. Look what happened to the stock. Okay? The very next day, I bought it here on this green day. Tuesday. Wednesday she dropped, Thursday she dropped, and Friday she dropped. Well, hopefully, once it finds its bottom, I'll dollar cost average in and then lower my dollar cost basis and then work from there. But last 30 days, and this one's going to be a no if you're thinking getting in. Okay, next on the list, Dell. Here we go. Oh, hell no. That was quick, wasn't it? No, I'm saying hell no for tomorrow, but Wednesday may be a great one because look at this. Bottom here shoots up. It goes from 98 to 122. That's a $24 increase. That's over 25% increase. So yeah, profit taking, big drop right here. So what's happening Monday? Is it going to be higher? I'm looking for 2 days to the upside. Okay, so tomorrow and then Tuesday would be a good day to jump in. But what do the numbers look like? Okay, 102.76 was the last traded price. So the 103 is going for 166. That's over 2%. SJM is next. Who came up with SJM? What the hell? Oh, no. It was Smuckers. SJM is Smuckers. Okay, I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. Sorry. I don't know who suggested SJM. It's a no. Last one on the list, APLD. What the heck is that? APLD. Applied Digital. Okay, interesting. Kind of curious what's going on here. But here's your high. Here's your low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on? Let's zoom in a little bit closer. Can we just get rid of this thing? Yep. Okay. 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Now she's coming down. So we'll keep our eye on it for next week. APLD. APLD. All right. All right. So that's all the 20 stocks you guys had me take a look at. I'm going to look at the questions again, answer some more questions, and then we'll go take a look at some more. Buy and hold wants to take a look at Pepsi. All right, we'll take a look at that one. Hold on, let me write it down. John, how are you doing, John? Odd stock is lower. Isn't the premium lower? Not necessarily so. Jack, I'm surprised that not a single person asked for Ford. I got a nice premium last week. Yeah, probably. No dividend to merit. Yep, I'm well aware of that, Jack. Chasing Jack. HB. Don't ask about Mara until Wednesday. I need it in the next 2 days. All right, HB. Over here, what do we have? AUR. What the heck is AUR? Aurora. AUR. AUR. Here we go. Aurora International. Okay, I always get a little bit weird when I see stocks like this. $2 that jump up to 10. From 2 to 10, that's a big jump. Let's go directly to the dividends and see how quickly or how often this company's actually paid dividends. AUR. AUR. Aurora. La 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 la. All righty. All right, there it is, Aurora. Okay, that's probably why. There are no dividends, no EX date, but they do have a 1-year target to 626. Well, where are they now? Oh, now they're at 27. Okay, hold on a second. If they're currently at $7.24 per share, but they have a 1-year target of $6.26 a share, they're projecting this company to go down, and you want to take a look at it. I always tell people, anytime you're thinking anything about a stock, find a decent financial website and go to it. All right, let's keep on going. What are we looking at? Andrea! James, I was surprised that the marker turn was attributed to the number of options being called. Okay. The only motion of your ocean is up. Thank you, New Jersey. NJ. Lindarella, have we done Intel yet? Yes, we did. DHT is a monthly. Yes, it is. Burn Dog, Old Realty is a monthly. Yes, it is. Okay, Sandy, what stock is this? What stock are we on anyway? Aurora. That's the one we're on in the moment. Allie. Do you ever look for long shorts, 10x stocks, an example, the next cure for the medicine stuff? HB, no, I do not. Which online broker do I use? I use Thinkorswim, which is through Charles Schwab. Don't talk about Mary. Yep, gotcha. All right. Sandy, TYVM. Now, Sandy, you do know TYVM. I've never heard of it. TYVM. Can't find that one. Thank you very much, TYVM. See, I'm not with it with these thingies. Okay, Burn Dog. This is like the third or fourth time you asked me about O Realty. You're new here, so I'm going to pick on you for the moment because apparently you don't listen when I say, no, I'm not going to. Well, yes, I am. I haven't picked on someone in a while. When I say never, ever, ever, ever buy something you don't understand. So also when I say I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. The only way you can get a weekly return from a company such as O Realty, who has monthly options. The only way I'm going to get weekly cash flow from O Realty is for me to sit in front of my computer every single day. And I say no thank you to that. I don't like O Realty for a whole bunch of reasons. Let's go through them all. Number one, it's a monthly optionable stock. Okay, 21 March, 17 April, 20 June, 19 September, 16 January, blah, blah, blah. Those are months, meaning I can do a covered call or an option trade on this company once per month. Okay, that doesn't work for me because once per month usually makes 12 to 24% a year. Now, you may be okay with 12 to 24% a year, but I'm not. Okay, I'm used to getting 1% every single week. That's over 50% a year. I live very comfortably on 1% a week. So you're asking me to take a pay cut, and I'm going to say no, thank you. Okay, so let's keep on looking at O Realty because I haven't really picked on someone about O Realty in a while, and I want you to feel welcome. All right, so we're going to go into the financial side of O Realty. Okay, so O Realty is currently at 57.03. All righty, now the forward dividend is $3.22 a share for however many shares you have. That means you have a yield of 5.64%. So you're investing your money at 57 bucks a share, and you're making 5.6% per year. Good for you. Now, I want to take a look at the historical data. Well, how wonderful is this company, you say, of O Realty? Find that out. I go to the historical data. Here we go. Right here. The dates. First column, open, high, low, close, adjusted, and then volume. That's all the numbers right here. Also, what's available here is historical prices. So I'm going to click on historical prices, and then I'm going to check the dividends only. And the reason why I'm going to do dividends only, because a dividend is a portion of the company's profits. And if the company's consistently profitable, guess what? That dividend should increase every single month, every single year. Well, this is a monthly, so let's see how this one looks. All righty, let's look at all of them. So let's see how far back has this company gone. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, check it out. It's actually 20 years. So let's see, do they increase every single year? Okay, so 2005, we're at 11. 2006, we're still at 11. Something ain't right there. Shouldn't it increase? Okay, so the second half of 2006, it went up to 12. Right, at the tail end. 12. Then it went to 13. Then it went to 14. Then it stayed at 14. Why is it staying at 14? Why is it staying at 14? Why are they not profitable year after year? See, the next year, 14 shows up in 2008. So 2009, it should be 15 or higher because it's supposed to go higher, right? Year after year after year. Okay, anyway. So is 1 year it didn't increase. 2 years it didn't increase. 3 years it didn't increase. 4 years it didn't increase. So it took 5 years for them to get over that slump. So let's say, look at it this way. You put your money into a company that for 5 years in a row was just treading water, wasn't making a profit higher than the previous year. Well, for me, that's a no. I like consistent increase in profitability. Consistent, that means year after year after year. This thing just went 5 years without an increase. But we're not done yet because we're only at 2012. Okay, so 2000, it was 15, then it went to 18 and 2013. Okay, then it's still at 2018, 2014. 2015, still at 18. Okay, this time it took 3 years. So 5 years for profit, 3 years, no profit. Okay, 15, then it's at 19, then it's at 20, then it's at 21, 18, she's still at 21. Okay, no, for 2 years, no increase, 22, 23, no increase, no increase, no increase. All right, so here's the scoop. 5 years, no increase. 3 years, no increase. 2 years, no increase. And 3 years again, no increase. So yeah, old realty is not consistently profitable. You want to invest your money there, hey, fine. I don't like the company because number one, the yield is off. It's only a monthly, which means I cannot make weekly cash flow unless I sit in front of my computer. That ain't going to happen. And they're not consistently profitable. They went 5 years without an increase in profitability. And then they went 3 years, and then they went 2 years, and then they went 4 years. With no. Sorry, I don't like O Realty. Lucid, is that LCID? LCID. I'm going to say no to Lucid only because, check this out. It's in a downfall, looking for a new bottom. So yeah, we're going to put Lucid down for next week. See when we find that bottom. LCID. Now, take a look at the numbers for Lucid. Okay, right now it's at 222. Well, the 250 is going for 5 cents a share. Well, that's over 2% if you're okay with Lucid. Thank you for that. I could buy a gallon of gas unless I had 999. Okay. Come on, old man. 1 freaking percent. Yep, HB, like I said. My opinion on crypto, you're definitely in the wrong place. I eat dead snakes. Okay, that's just weird. Rivian is going down 20% in 3 months. Only Tesla will go up. Okay, so HB, dude, you're definitely in the wrong place, HB. You know, I'm trying to help you save some time, okay? Because I'm not looking for what you're looking for. Well, you're looking for cryptocurrency. You're talking about Rivian. Okay, you're talking about other things. Yeah, you're in the wrong place. I'm looking for cash flow, not capital appreciation. Okay, what you're looking for is capital appreciation, something you can buy here and have it go up. Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for. There is a new market I am here to discuss. Okay, all right. See, HB, I got no problem whatsoever to discuss whatever you want to discuss. But here's the thing. I'm not interested in a new market. I'm not. Okay? See, I come from a group of people, more likely most older than you. Okay? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's working fine, leave it alone. I am perfect. See, I want to do that read my lips crap, but it sounds so juvenile. I'm not interested in shiny objects. I'm not interested in companies that don't have dividends. I'm looking for safety, predictability, consistency of profitability, and what was the other? Simplicity. I like those leads. They're a fun crowd to have around. So you're practically looking for something else. Let's talk dividends. How about we don't talk dividends? Okay, GE Aerospace, Luigi, Kodiak Gas, BlackRock, 10% dividends. Okay, you want 10% a year? Fine, you go for 10%. More power to you. It's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 1% every single week. I don't know about you, but I do know that 1% a week comes to over 50% per year, and 50% per year is a lot better than 10% that you're talking about. Yep, I figured you'd balk on that one. You probably don't even know what that word means. Anyway, let's move on. But HB, you want to talk? I have no problem whatsoever. Talk my language. Don't talk what you want to talk. Talk what I want to talk. I want to talk about consistency, profitability, safety, and time factor. I don't want to sit in front of the computer all day. I don't want to look for setups. That means the company has to have certain things that are easily tracked, that are easily measured, so that I can take a look at a stock and say, oh, this thing's going up. Great, what trade do I do? So I look for the trade. I'm looking for safety, simplicity, profitability, and predictability. Anyway, that's Lucid. I'm going to wait and find a bottom for Lucid because tomorrow it could be lower. So we'll just wait and see. So Lucid I did write down for next week. Let's keep on moving. So you can guarantee 1% a week, 50% a year. Where do I sign? Ooh, look at this. KG wants to take a look at Devon. Thanks, James. With your help today, I have a better idea on what to invest tomorrow. Chasing Jack, way to go. Okay, so HB, there's only 3 guarantees in life. Okay? Death, taxes, and disappointment. I mean, ETF charges less than 1% a year. Yeah, I get that. I will give you 10 grand right now. Be my guest. Why not shut up and listen to him? Thank you, Luigi. DVN. Okay, KG wants to take a look at DVN. I like DVN. DVN. Devon Energy. Take a look. Here's the high. Here's the low. Look at the movement. Up, down, up, down. Here we are. 36 to 36.50, 57. That's over 1%. Do you like Devon Energy? I like Devon Energy. Okay. HB, I will give you 10 grand right now. 10 grand, I think I'm a little bit out of your price range. Anyway, 15 by next year. I mean, I can give you 10 grand for 15 next year, 1% per week. So let me think. You want me to invest money for you. What do I get out of it? I have 7 accounts of my own. You want me to do your work. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. See, I don't do that for anyone. Well, some people I do. Charge me a fee. I charge a 10% fee. So 10% of whatever you make, I get. Anyway, so let's keep on looking. Okay, here we go. Let's keep on moving. So Devon Energy is actually giving over a 1%, 36.50, the 50 is right there, close, not quite 2%, but getting up there. So let's take a look at the numbers. A year ago today, we were at 44.53. We shoot all the way up to the high of the year, 55. And then look at the last 90 days. Well, here's the last 90 days. Look at the exact same thing. The low, the high, look at the movement. Down, up, down, up, down. Now right here, she's turning and going back up again. But I want to take a closer look because look at the movements. Down, up, down, up. But do you notice that the down is a little bit shorter each time it goes down? That's a pattern. You have to look for the pattern, know what you're looking for. Because what should it do next? Well, next it should go up again. So let's zoom in at the last 30 days. It's saying the same thing. Okay, down. Here's the 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Now she's down. Now she's going back up. But look. Is it going up or is it going sideways? It's hard to tell because Friday is the 30-day bottom. But look at the close. The closes are going up. I don't know. I'd wait a little bit longer on that one before jumping in on that one. Oh. Hey, HB, here's the way it works, okay? I don't take money from someone unless they're standing right in front of me. I can look eye to eye, shake your hand, and make a deal. So I'll do it for 15%, sure, but you'd have to come to Florida. Rizzo, HB, okay. Unless you have 50 to 100,000, you can't do anything with your 10,000. Okay. Now, Luigi, I appreciate you sticking up for me. Thank you very much. But yeah, some people do start out with less than 10 grand. Okay, my grandson, he started out with 50 bucks. Okay, but he only does spare change. 50 cents here, $1 here, blah, blah, blah. But he's 5 years old. What are you expecting from a 5-year-old? Lucky Gape, how are you doing? ITW, in Illinois Toolworks. Ooh, I haven't done that one in a while. ITW. All right, so we're going to take a look at ITW. Oh, wait a minute. ITW, that's a monthly. Yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. Illinois Toolworks is the dividend king. They've increased their dividends to the shareholders for more than 5 decades. So, yeah, it's a great company. But I don't trade it because it's a monthly, which means I can only do it once a month. So, much as I like it, no. Okay, HB, you're new here, so I want to give you a little bit of leeway. You know what I mean? Because like I said, you haven't been here that often, so you don't really know. Okay, I've been doing this for a very long time. Okay, here's my website. You scroll down, you can see my profit and loss year to date. Okay, here's all my trades. The green is buying, red is selling. It's not plus, minus, nothing like that. It's all red. No, red is, no, it doesn't mean that. But these are all the trades I do. They're time-stamped. Each one, time-stamped. Buy, sell, blah, 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 and how much I made. Now, from there, it tells you exactly what I made for that week. Okay, that week right there, I made 4.59% on that week, on that one. But you can go all in. Every single trade I made last year is posted. Right there, you can pick any one of them. Week 35. There's a nice week right there, week 35. Intel, Macy's, Mara, Dell, Walgreens, MPW Riot. Okay, so what did I make week 35, 9th week, 3rd quarter? 7.1, holy shit. That was a nice week. Okay, 7.5%. 1.4, 3.4. Okay, every single one of my trades is posted online. You can see that's last year's trades. Now, this year's trades, 2025, right here. Now, I have to admit, I have not kept up with all the numbers on this year's so far. But, here we go. Week 1, 1st quarter. I'm only this one done. But here you go. U.S. Steel, MPW, Intel, Altria, Harley-Davidson, Intel, and Riley. Well, week 1, 1st quarter, what was that, a couple weeks ago? Come on. 6.19%. Well, that's a nice return for the week. 6.19% for 1 week. And it's always the exact same trades. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. I have no desire whatsoever to do anything different. Whoops, right here. All right, so ITW, it's a monthly. We're not going to do that one. KG wants to take a look at Humana, HUM. Okay, look at the numbers. The high low is look at the movement. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. 274. The 275 is going for 380. That's more than 1%. All right, well, more than 1% works out nicely. All right, little reposes. Let me see. You did last year. If you did 50%. Now, actually, last year I did 63 on one account and 73 in another. I will give you my portfolio and keep half of the profits. Yeah, people say that, but, put your money where your mouth is. Fly on down to St. Petersburg. We'll chat. Okay, and I don't do it for everyone, okay? I have to know you for a while and get to chat. I will pay you 10 grand if you make me 20 grand. Well, that doesn't work out right. Doesn't sound right. Hold on, let's keep on going. What people need to understand is his strategy that he shares with us for free. He has more than he doesn't mention those here. Yeah, that's true. Okay, you want to put up 100 grand? That works for me. But like I said, you want to chat with me? Now, remember this, because I tell this every single night. There are other people out there pretending to be me. So by you saying that, I can almost guarantee you are going to get a text. You are going to get something from someone saying that it's me. But listen closely. I do not take money from people I do not meet face to face. And then I have to have a good conversation with you a bunch of times, and I have to really know who you are before I will take any money from anybody. So if you get a text or a message to say, hey, this is Jan, I got a great deal for you, it's probably not me. That's why I say, you want to talk to me? Drop me your phone number. Now, you're on YouTube. YouTube, my personal email is on YouTube. So is my phone number, if you can dig good enough. So you really want to chat with me? Fine. Send me a number. I will give you a call tomorrow. So let's keep on taking a look. BE. What the heck is BE? Bloom Energy, BE. Well, let's go take a look and see if this thing, how consistently profitable is BE. BE. BE, 24 bucks. There are no dividends in the time period selected. Okay, KG, you've been here long enough, dude. You should know. And KG, you also know that Lyft is not 20 years old. So that's a no right off the top. But General Motors, yeah, they're over 100 years old. I'll do General Motors. Now, General Motors, I like. Ooh, look at that chart. It looks nice. All right, let's take a look at this. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the movement. Up, down, 49.47. So the 49.50s are paying 88. Now, that's just a little bit below 2%. Now, 2% a year is over, 2% a week is over 100% per year. Well, that's freaking awesome if you think about it. All right, HG, okay, you're cluttering up the, what do you call it? The Q&A, okay? You really want to have a chat, drop me a phone number. I'll give you a call tomorrow, okay? Okay, if you want me to take a look at a stock, I'll take a look at it. NVNI, what? David, what is NVNI? Alcon, do you share in the losses? Well, of course I do. I don't get paid unless people get paid. I don't make money unless they make money. Let's use shorts and long at 1%. Let's do it. Bruce, covered calls you sell, are they typically at, oh boy. All right, Bruce, let me explain something to you. Okay, now, Bruce, you're also new here because, well, wait a minute. No, you're not, because you've been here before, unless there's another one named Bruce, because only one person named Bruce has stopped by in the last 2 years. So I've been doing this for about 2 years here live. Now, I've been trading for over 20 years, but I wasn't live before. Anyway, but Bruce, what did you say? All right. Bruce, when it comes to Delta, how do you explain Delta to a 9-year-old? Now, normally, I don't pay attention to the Delta unless I'm doing some calculations. I watched a bunch of your videos from this year, okay? In what video have you ever seen me talking about the Delta? Other than trying to explain to me how the Deltas work. I don't look at Delta when I'm buying. I make it simple. Okay, for a 9-year-old, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for my 9-year-old daughter to lose. That's the 5 criteria. Okay, rule number 1, never buy something you don't understand. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose. Rule number 3, make sure the company's consistently profitable. Now, me personally, I want 2 decades of profitability. 4, weekly options only. There's only two ways to get weekly cash flow from investing in stocks. One is with weekly options because they trade every week, and two is to sit in front of your computer and look for patterns to trade. That ain't working for me. I'm 61. There's other things I want to do with my time. Okay? So, Delta, it's like, why would I try to confuse a 9-year-old when you're talking Delta? Because then once you start talking Delta, you got to talk to the other ones. You got to talk to Theta, you got to talk to Rho, and you got to talk about the Black-Scholes pricing methodology for standardized options. It just doesn't resonate or doesn't make sense to a 9-year-old. Now, me as an adult, yeah, I can have a lot of conversations, a lot more in depth. But with a 9-year-old, it has to be safe, simple, and predictable. Okay? So let's keep it simple. Delta has nothing to do with simplicity whatsoever. Okay? It's either the stock is going up or the stock is going down. And then we take a look at odds and probabilities. Well, if 80% of all options expire worthless, I don't want to. I want to sell them and be on the 80% side. It's actually that simple. Hold up, let's go back a little bit. Oh, he is the second Bruce. Exactly. I don't hear you mention it, but it's probability indicator. No, it's not. So I wonder if you use it in your thoughts, but not your speech. Okay, let me show you where the delta comes in handy. Because he is right, the delta does come in handy for some people, for some specific reason. Okay, so we're looking at General Motors at the moment. General Motors at this moment in time is $49.47 per share. So let's call it $49.50. Here's the $49.50 right there. Okay, it's currently going for 88 cents if I'm selling it, 94 cents if I'm buying it. Okay, so as a buyer of an option, the delta would come in handy because the delta would tell me at $49.47 at the current price, the $49.50 is going for 94 cents a share. Okay, great. What does that mean? Well, the $49.50 has a delta of 46. What does that mean? Well, it means for every dollar the stock moves up, the option price moves up 46 cents. So if the stock moved up $1, now it's worth $50.50. But the option that he bought at 94 only went up 46 cents a share. So you add 46 onto the 94 and you get $1.30. So you just made $1.30 from that, 30, 40, almost a 45% return. Now, if the stock moved up in one day, because there's a lot of factors in an option. Okay, you have the time value, you have the implied volatility, you have the stock price, you have any intrinsic value or extrinsic value depending on where the stock is. So as the stock moves up and as the days move forward closer to the expiration, will give you a better idea of does it move up. Let's just take everything else out of it and just concentrate on the delta. If the delta goes up $1, if the stock goes up $1, now it's worth $50.50. So you made 10%. So if the stock goes up $1, you made 10%. Okay, fine. But if the stock goes up $1, the option, $94, goes up 46 cents because that's the delta, 46. So you just made almost a 45 or 50% profit, excluding all the other factors. And there's a huge amount of factors involved with the pricing of stock options. So I don't talk about them because they're confusing as hell to a 9-year-old. Now, the strategy I'm using here, it's simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% a week. That's the goal, just 1%. Now, if 1% you get that every week, well, that's over 50% per year. If that's not enough from you, then you're definitely in the wrong place. Okay? Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. Think like a 9-year-old. Because a 9-year-old, the time frame where they can concentrate is not as much as we have, because we can power through it and just say, all right, I got to learn this and I got to do it. For her, it's simple. If it's on the stock list, right? Okay. If it's on the list for the week, well, then we'll take a look at it. And then what do we look at? It's always the exact same thing. Okay. Where's the high of the year? Where's the low of the year? Where was it? Where is it? Where's the motion? Look, it goes up and it comes down. You can't argue with it. Okay? And what does it normally do? Well, that's pretty easy also. Here's the seasonality. Okay, this time of year, this stock comes down. Normally. Does that mean that's what it's going to do now? Doesn't mean that at all. It just means over the last 10 years, this time frame, the first week of March, the stock has a tendency to go down. Well, let's zoom in a little bit closer, because the blue dot was Friday. Okay, so here we are right now. That's Friday. What's it going to do? Well, for this week, it's just going to go sideways. And then on the 6th or the 7th, which is Friday, she's going to start to drop. So yeah, maybe she'll go sideways for a week and then drop. All right, let's keep on going. Okay. We just looked at GM. I didn't hear you mention it. Yep, I don't do that. Sean Grady, Delta is not hard. No, you only really need Delta. Okay, Sean, that works. HB, Mara, it was 31 weeks ago. It is a crypto miner. It fluctuates. Buy Mara at 14, sell it 28%. It goes back and forth, blah, blah, blah. You could cash in 7 to 3 times a year. Wouldn't that be 3 to 7, not 7 to 3? Anyway, Bruce, Delta and Gamma are the only things that matter on weeklies. Theta and Rho don't matter. Okay, isn't Theta time decay? That's what I thought. You don't even need Gamma. No, you don't. With all of this meandering, just aim for the 2030 Delta. I'm going to disagree with you, Sean, but that's okay. You do what you do. See, the funny thing is, Sean, I've been doing this for, let me think. I'm going to pull it up so you can actually see. Where is it? Right there. No, that's not the one I want to see. I want to see this one right here. That's what I want to see. Shit. I forgot what I pulled this up for. 2024. Okay, dude, the market S&P 3% down this week. NASDAQ 100 almost went down 10% to 25%. Why no? Preach by the dip, like Vistra. Yeah, okay. Why is your strategy so focused on the 9-year-old? You can develop a rigorous strategy for 10 years like me. Wow, sir, I want to be defiant anymore. To be honest, I am sorry. I want that 50%. Okay. So, Sean, okay, this is my website right here. These are the trades for last year, for 2024. I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom because there's something on there I wanted to show you, just for the fun of it. You know, because I got nothing better to do with my time now that I'm retired. Now, January 1st to January 5th. This is the first quarter of 2024. Right underneath that is from the blog post that I started August 31st, 2011. Now, 2011 was, what, 15 years ago? 14 or 15 years ago. That's when I first started posting all my trades online. Okay. Week 26, July 6, 2013. There was a huge drop last few weeks. Took a break from trading, wait for the dust to settle. We didn't take any losses all year. We are looking for a no-loss approach, which was pretty good that year. We have dropped down to only 20% return, and it's only halfway point of the year. We have average drop below 1% per week. My average is only 3.3% per week. Oh, bummer. Even with the big drawdown, like annuals, missile returns, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so whatever. So let's go here. Look at this one, this little clip. March 23rd, 2013. Look at what I'm looking at. The 1-year chart, the 90-day chart, the 30-day chart. Moving sideways all year, last 90 days, looking at the channel close to the year's high. Last 30 days, still looking at the channel, the push towards the upside. Okay, it was Rent-A-Center. That was 12 years ago. I'm looking at the exact same thing. 1-year chart, 90-day chart, 30-day chart to make up my mind of which direction is going. So what I'm showing you now is not any different than it was 15 years ago for me. So if it don't work, wait a minute, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Okay? If it's working fine, leave it alone. So every single one of my trades this year is available online also. We trade 2025. Okay, here's week 1 for, what is it, the first week of January. Okay, U.S. Steel, MPW, Intel, Altria, Harley-Davidson, Intel, and Riley. Okay, so first week of the year, I made 6.19%. 2.33, week number 2. Week number 3, 4.8%. Week number 4, 2.33, so on and so forth. Every single one of my trades are posted. If it works, leave it alone. I don't look at the delta. I don't look at the theta. I don't look at the gamma. I don't look at any of that stuff except for exactly what I am showing you tonight. And if it's too complicated for you, a 9-year-old is perfectly acceptable for it because that's who I created the strategy for. And you guys want to keep arguing back and forth. Letters are reversed. Well, because you're in the wrong website. Okay, YouTube doesn't have the ability to invert the camera. So what is showing is being inverted because of the camera. On TikTok, I can reverse it, so it looks perfectly fine. La 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 la. I want to make, okay, good evening. Silver Wolf, haven't heard from you in a while. How are you doing today? 1% a week makes sense, but what if you can make 5% a week? Okay, HB, you're asking me a hypothetical. Okay, yeah, it would be nice, but you got to remember what I'm looking for. I'm not looking to disrupt my life. My life is perfect for me just the way it is. I get up in the morning when I feel like it. I do my trading at 9 o'clock until about 11. Now, I'm only on there that long because I have a couple hundred people that actually watch me trade every morning, and I answer questions for them. I never tell people what to buy, and I don't do that. All right? So, if it works, leave it alone. That's my philosophy. And it's been working for the past 15 years, so why would I want to change it? All right. Let's get back to the trading. Stop asking these silly questions. Okay? If you don't mind. I don't mean to criticize. I do appreciate you sharing. Well, thank you very much, Sean. Chasing Jack. Thanks, James. It's getting late. Yep, good luck for tomorrow, Sean. Agree that if you've been consistent, all the better. I've bookmarked. Thank you, Sean. No, come back anytime you like. If you don't want to spend the time to learn, okay, not a problem. But the links are there available. So stop by every couple of months. See the progress. Watch the videos. Because every single video I have is recorded. So you can watch it over and over and over again. But here's the thing. If it works, leave it alone. And it's been working for me for the past 15 years. But I only been showing you people since last January. So we're into what, month number 15 now? So you can see every single trade I've made for the past 15 months. Okay, either you agree with it or you don't. It's not for everyone. It's slow, it's boring, it's monotonous. It's the exact same thing over and over and over again. I buy the stock, collect 1%, sell it. Buy a stock, collect 1%, sell it. It's the same stocks over and over again. If you take a look at all the trades I did last year, you'll notice that Macy's is almost every single week. Well, think about it. If you can get 1 or 2% every single week from the exact same stock and just roll it every week, why the hell not? It just makes sense. All right, agreed. If it ain't broken, okay. Is there any way to get into your morning group? Luigi, how are you today? Now, Luigi, you did hear me say earlier, I'm not trying to sell anyone anything. But if you're interested, you can go to the website, okay? It's The 10-Minute Trader, right there, the very first on the landing page, the home page. Right there, live trading. See it? That's it. Okay, enough of that. Let's get back to what we're doing. Okay, now I promised I wouldn't do a sales pitch, and I'm not going to do a sales pitch. I'm not trying to sell anything here. Okay, if you want to, yeah, send me a DM. I will answer you. Me personally, I don't have anyone in the office doing the work for me. Now, this is not, oh, hello from Canada. William McKinney from Kansas. How are you today? Now, I'm going to apologize, William, and to you too, Ron. The camera quality ain't that great on Facebook. And I've been trying to get a new camera for Facebook, and apparently I'm having issues because we all know Mark sucks. Anyway, I shouldn't say that because they'll probably boot me off. Anyway, let's keep on going. Would not trust any Luigi anytime soon. I have United Healthcare stocks, and it is down 15% the past 3 years. Okay. I don't think I have any healthcare stocks. Sorry. Okay, Alcon wants to know if I share my losses. Well, Alcon, yes, I do. Okay. Now, unfortunately for you, Mr. Alcon, I have 0 losses so far this year. I haven't had a single loss this year. Now, last year, yes, I do have a few losses from last year, and they are posted. Okay. I post all my winners, all my losers. Unfortunately, this year, no losses yet. Okay. So I'm going to try to see how long I can go. Can I explain what a candle is, the shape? Jersey, I'm going to ignore that one because I know you've been here long enough. You've been here long enough. You know what a candle is. Okay, David, how are you? NVNI. What the heck is that, David? NVNI. Oh, that's what it is. Now, David, when I say I have 2 criteria and only 2, that's it. Only 2 criteria. 1, consistency of profitability. I can't tell on this one. And 2, weekly options. So NVNI is going to be a no. What's your take on MITT? MITT. No, not for me. Now, Wiz, I have no idea at all what this company does. Now, last week, I check once a week, I check, see how many dividend stocks are there. Last week, there was 9,900, and I think it was 46. Okay? Now, out of those 9,900 companies, only about 5,500 have dividends, which means 5,500 share their profit. That's about half. So the other half, I have no interest in whatsoever. And I don't have any interest unless it has a weekly option available because I have no desire whatsoever to sit in front of a computer all day. Okay, now I admit I'm in front of the computer an hour to 2 in the morning with the morning trading group, and then but almost 3 hours with you guys at night. That's it. Other than that, I don't want to be on the computer. Lance, how are you today? Let's keep on going backwards. Where were we? There we go, David. All right, Kyle wants to look at AbbVie, ABBV. Now, AbbVie is on my list, And it's going to be a no this week. Sorry, Dave. It's at the high of the year. Okay? Now, I don't buy at the high of the year. It just doesn't make sense. Look what happened. Up, down. This is where I want to buy. Up, down. This is where I want to buy. Up, down. That's where I want to buy. I don't want to buy at the high. I want to keep my eye on it and wait for it to come back down before I jump into it. Now, AbbVie is on my list. It's just not on my list this week because the numbers just don't look right. Jersey wants to look at ACHR. What the heck is that? ACHR? Is that Archer? I can't read that far away. Archer Aviation. I'm pretty sure that was a no a long time ago. ACHR. All right, so Archer Aviation. Let's take a gander. Now, the first thing I want to do is go to the financial website. Archer Aviation is at $8.88, and take a look at this. There are no dividends in the selected time frame. Okay, so Jersey 78, you've been here long enough. When I say never buy something you don't understand. If you don't understand that this company doesn't have dividends, why are you looking at it? Okay? Now, the name of the show is Dividend Stock Talk. The first two words should give you a clue of what we're talking about. Dividend stocks. Well, this has no dividends. So why are we looking at it? It's not, I don't think it's on Warren Buffett's list. Is it on Warren Buffett's list? I don't know. 43 Lucius wants to take a look at Verizon. I like Verizon. That's on my list. VZ. Interesting. I'm going to say no to Verizon because look at where we are. A couple of days ago was the high of the year. Now she went from 38 to 44 with no big profit take, no big pullback. Well, it's probably due now. So let's keep on going. HB, 93% shorts and long investors lose money. What's your thoughts? Well, if 93% lose, well, then they're doing something incorrectly. FTI Aviation is a good buy, but yeah, it was down. Blah, 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 kind of blah, blah, blah. Yeah. What about Coca-Cola? Now, I've been trading for over 20 years. I think I may have bought Coca-Cola once or twice. I don't like Coca-Cola only because the numbers just never work out in my favor. Right now it's at 71, but look where it is. It's at the high of the year. That and alone is itself a no. 71.20. The 71s are going for 73. I'm losing 20 cents right off the top. So that's not going to work. The 72 is not going to work. The numbers just don't work for Coca-Cola. Now, it's such a big company and they've been in business for so long, they can afford to pay crappy premiums. So I very rarely ever get Coca-Cola. Now, somebody want to take a look at Pepsi. Pepsi is usually the same thing as Coca-Cola. But this would definitely be a no, only because look at the last 30 days. Okay, 30 days ago, we're right here at 152. We dropped down to 142, back up, back down, back up, right there. Now she's pulling back, all over the place, too close to the high. So no to Pepsi. Ooh. How do you compare to Warren Buffett for the past 25 years? I don't see his YouTube channel. Well, Warren Buffett doesn't have a YouTube channel. Sorry. But Warren Buffett trades differently than I do. Okay? Now, I'm not like Warren Buffett at all. Okay? He has a certain way of looking at things. Okay, fine. That's the way it works for him. I have something totally different that works for me. And I have that old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So if it's working fine, leave it alone. All right, it's 11:15. I'm usually done at 11:30. So let's go through the questions. We'll call it a day. It is broken. Okay, I have no idea what it's broken means. Okay, Tidewater, Luis, you got to give me the ticker symbol because I've never heard of Tidewater. I have a good one, SMCI, but it's very volatile. Church Sabag, SMCI. We're going to take a look at that one tomorrow. SMCI. Now, Church, I don't know, is that how you pronounce it? Church? SMCI. Now, let me ask you a question about SMCI. Seriously, have you looked at the numbers for SMCI? Seriously, have you? I'm going to guess probably not. SMCI. Okay, it has weekly options. It's at 41. It's in a downfall at the moment. Okay, see, it's coming down. Now, let's go over to Yahoo Finance, throw it in there, and see what kind of dividends SMCI has. SMCI. Give it a minute. Oh, imagine that. There are no dividends for SMCI. So why would you come to a dividend investing channel and suggest a stock that has no dividends? Kind of curious. Max profit. How could that be less? Well, because the profit is the profit, because you got to buy something and then you got to sell something. Now, when I say I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable strategy, well, what kind of strategies are the safest? The safest strategy is buying the stock, but there's no profitability in just buying the stock. Because to have profit, you have to be able to sell something. Okay? So when you buy a stock, you have to wait for it to go up in order to sell it. But a covered call, the stock doesn't have to move at all. It can stay exactly where it is, and you can still make your profit off of it. That's why I chose that one. Remember, simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. Well, simple is the most simplest, just buying the stock. The next simplest is buying the stock and then selling it. Well, that's simple. Okay, but here's the thing. I'm buying and selling on the exact same day with the projection of the coming Friday on where I think it might go. So we got to do an example in order to be able to show you, so you'll be able to understand it a little bit better. Sweet Jones, when do you send the code for tomorrow's Zoom session? As soon as I'm done here. Okay. Hey, there's a lot of short. Yeah. There's a lot of shorts on SMCI. But in a week, it's going to be 55, then to 100 by September. I'm not quite sure why you're saying that, SMCI. Okay. So SMCI a year ago was at 120. Okay. A couple of months ago, it was down to 20. And you think it's going to be 100 again anytime soon? It doesn't look that way. It's going to be 55 by then. Okay, if you think so. I'm not going to argue with you, only because I choose who to have arguments with. It doesn't look like anything big jumping up anytime soon with SMCI. All right, anyway, let's keep on moving. Okay, so we're going to do a quick trade. Let's find Macy's, because I like Macy's. All right, here's Macy's right here. We're going to do Macy's at 1450. All right. Now, I'm going to show you who is at NJ78. It is. Why argue? Why argue? Okay, you think one thing. Absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I like to pick my battles, and this is not one I want to have. Let's talk facts. There's no fact whatsoever by you saying it's going to be 100 by September. That's only a guess. All right, so let's look at it. We're going to actually do a covered call on Macy's, and I'm going to tell you, NJ, why it looks that way. Okay, so it's at 1435. Let's do the 1450s right there. Just by, let's try this again. Covered stock, 1450s right there. There we go. Just one contract. That would give you a better idea. Now I'm going to change it from limit order to market order. That way it gets filled quickly. Okay, now the reason it says max profit is because it is an option trade, which means if I'm buying it at 1432 and I'm selling somebody the right to buy it from me at 1450 by the 7th of March, which is this coming Friday. Here's the order right here. Buy one covered call, M, which is Macy's, 100, which is the weeklies, 7 March 25, which is this coming Friday. That means whoever buys it has between when they pay for it and the expiration, which is Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock, to buy it at 1450 or whatever it is at the market to open. Well, from where it's at, the premium that I'm collecting is only $71 per contract. That's the most that you can make on this trade. If you want a different trade, well, you have to use a different strategy. This one is simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. And the reason why I say consistent, well, because this company has options available every single week. Is it safe? Well, I think it is. Well, Macy's has been around for over 100 years. Okay, and I've been trading it for over a year. I watch it go up, I watch it go down. I watch it go up, I watch it go down. So the rate of return is the profit divided by what is it costing me for that trade. That will give me the rate of return for this coming week. Okay, the max profit is whatever the max profit is. There is no rhyme or reason to it. Okay, if the stock moves, great, I'll make money. If the stock doesn't move, I'll still make this. The stock can go down and I'll still make this. All right. Luis Tidewater, you actually gave me the ticker symbol. Where can I find the seasonality chart? Okay, mohair. Uh-oh. You're only talking 1%. Do you even know where SMCI make their money? Don't know, don't care. Okay, S-Mara is where the money is. 14 to sell at 28. It will go down to 13 and buy again. Okay, lovely. Sweet Jones, what's the earliest you've had a contract get exercised before? I'd say like on 2 days. I'd buy it, 2 days later somebody bought it. Because they don't have, here in the US, they don't have to wait for the expiration date. Okay, certain countries, they can only exercise the option on the date of expiration. Here, you can do it anytime you want. All right, so we're gonna look at things again tomorrow. It's almost 12 o'clock. I'm just gonna answer up these questions. Blue chips are you adding to? Okay. Kohl's, Mark the Realtor. We'll take a look at Kohl's tomorrow. KSS. Riot and Rocket Labs. Riot, yes. Rocket Labs, no. WBA, Mark, Walgreens. Now I still have some Walgreens, I think. Wiz, Johnson & Johnson. Could you show us a good one? I just showed you one. TDW. Huh, Lewis? We'll look at that one tomorrow. TDW. Cass. Cass 150. You like QQQY. So Cass, how about Okay, hold on a second. Sweet Jones, the earliest gate. Bruce, I would assume your audience is 3x the age of a 9-year-old and therefore has 3x the intelligence. Bruce, I would like to think that also. But Bruce, if you can explain to me, okay, when I say dividend stock investing for weekly cash flow, why would somebody more intelligent than a 9-year-old offer me to take a look at a stock that doesn't have dividends? Don't get mad, bro. Plenty of stock market guru channels. Peace. Tell Trump to ease off tariffs and Guatemalans. Sure, not a problem. Okay, I'll get them on speed dial. All right, so anyway, CAS, QQQY. We can take a look at it tomorrow. QQQY. Tidewater. How can the max profit be less? Be less than what? I'm not understanding what you're talking about. Because when you buy something and you sell something, okay, you buy the stock, you sell the option, you make a profit on the option, not on the stock. Because the stock has to move and the expiration date has to come and go before you see any profit on that stock. You're only making the profit on the option that you're selling. Okay, Lewis, I see that. TDW, look at it tomorrow. Andrea, oh my God, get off MCI. It's not like that's the only growth stock out there. Looks like we hit a nerve with you there, Miss Andrea. Okay, now I don't like SMCI. The numbers just don't work for me. So he wants to take a look at it and he wants to, whatever. HB, he's tucking tail between his legs and he's bolting. So, all right. All right, Bob, Hawaiian Electric, they stopped paying their dividend a while ago. All right, General Electric, we'll take a gander at that one tomorrow. Bruce needs some hot chocolate. All righty, so that being said, it's 5 minutes of midnight. I'm usually done at 11:30. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you again tomorrow. All right, so finished over there. You guys have a great day in Facebook world. Okay, Instagram, you guys have a nice day. See you later. TikTokers, have a nice evening. And over here on YouTube, you guys have a great evening also.